You check your phone over 100 times a day. Not because you're weak or addicted in some shameful way, but because a 2-million-year-old survival system is being played against you with surgical precision.
Start with the chemical everyone blames, dopamine. But dopamine is not the molecule of pleasure. It's the molecule of wanting, of seeking. It doesn't make you happy, it makes you chase. Deep in the midbrain, dopamine neurons fire from an area called the VTA up into the nucleus accumbens. This is the seeking circuit, the engine that pushed your ancestors to forage, explore, and search. In the ancestral world, the reward for searching was survival, food, mates, and crucial social news. The brain didn't reward sitting still. It rewarded the hunt, so the hunt felt good. Then neuroscientist Wolfram Schultz found the key. Dopamine doesn't fire for reward itself. It fires for surprise, for a reward you did not see coming. The unexpected is what lights up the brain.
And it learns fast. Once a signal reliably predicts a reward, the dopamine jumps backward onto the signal itself. The buzz, the icon, the little red dot. The cue now fires the brain before you've seen a thing.
Here's the trap. When a reward is perfectly predictable, dopamine barely responds. The brain only stays gripped when it cannot guess what's coming next. It craves uncertainty.
B.F. Skinner mapped this decades ago. The most powerful way to lock in a behavior isn't a steady reward, it's a random one. Reward an action sometimes, unpredictably, and the animal will pull the lever forever.
There's one machine built entirely on this principle, the slot machine. You don't know if this pull pays. That not knowing is the hook, and your phone borrowed the exact same mechanism. Look at the gesture, pull down to refresh, and the feed loads something new, sometimes thrilling, sometimes nothing. Mechanically, you are pulling a lever and waiting to see what the machine gives you. And the cruelest part, most of the dopamine is released in the waiting, in the anticipation, not in the reward. That's why checking rarely feels good. The craving is the point, not the payoff. Now add people. When researchers scanned teenagers seeing likes on their own photos, the nucleus accumbens, the reward core, lit up. A like is a tiny, measurable hit of social reward. Why does a like hit so hard? Because for 2 million years, your standing in the group was survival. To be liked was to be fed, protected, chosen. Your brain still treats approval as life or death. Biologist Nico Tinbergen found something strange. Give an animal an exaggerated version of a natural signal, and it prefers the fake. Birds abandon their own eggs to sit on bigger, brighter ones. Your phone is a supernormal stimulus for the seeking brain. More novelty, more social signal, more surprise than anything that ever existed in nature, concentrated into a glowing rectangle in your hand. It also exploits novelty itself. New information triggers dopamine on its own, and the feed is an infinite novelty machine. There is always one more new thing, forever. The bottom never comes. And this is the heart of it. Your reward system was tuned for a world where novelty and social contact were rare and precious. It is now drowning in an artificial flood of both, every waking minute. The cost isn't just time. Most phone pickups last under 2 minutes, and another often starts minutes later. Your attention is sliced into fragments, and a fragmented mind can't think deeply. So understand what you're up against. This isn't a flaw in your willpower. On the other side of the screen are teams of engineers using these exact principles to capture as much of your attention as possible. This is the mismatch Darwin's idea predicts. A brain shaped for a slow world of scarce rewards handed a device engineered to trigger it endlessly. Your DNA didn't change. Your environment learned to exploit it. But the same rules give you the exit. Kill the cues, turn off notifications, and the trigger disappears. Add friction. Make rewards predictable again. Check on a schedule, not on a craving. Starve the slot machine. Your attention is now the most valuable thing you own, which is exactly why so much is built to take it.
The real question isn't whether you can resist the next pull. It's what your mind could do if it were finally fully yours.